He was a king born to rule. Henry VIII, a man of towering presence and fierce intellect, ascended the English throne with a hunger for power that knew no bounds. From the outset, his reign was marked by an unyielding determination to bend the world to his will. His every desire a royal command, his every word the law of the land. He saw threats in every shadow, conspiracies in every whisper. He trusted few, and those he did were often caught in the crosshairs of his volatile temper. Henry, a devout Catholic, saw himself as God's chosen ruler. His piety, however, did not temper his ambition. He craved glory both on the battlefield and within his own court. He yearned for a son, a prince to secure the Tudor dynasty and cement his legacy. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Years passed and still no male heir emerged to claim his birthright. The weight of the kingdom's future rested heavily upon the king's shoulders. The pressure mounted with each passing year. Henry, a man accustomed to getting his way, grew increasingly frustrated. His patience, never his strongest virtue, began to wear thin. The stage was set for a drama of epic proportions, a tale of love, betrayal, and the intoxicating allure of absolute power. The consequences of his actions would reverberate through the ages, forever altering the course of English history. In the hallowed halls of court, one man stood as a beacon of morality and intellect, Sir Thomas More. A scholar, a philosopher, a man of unwavering faith, More was a trusted advisor to the king, his conscience personified. He served Henry with unwavering loyalty, guiding his hand in matters both great and small. Their bond, forged in mutual respect and shared intellectual pursuits, seemed unbreakable. More, a devout Catholic, held fast to the sanctity of marriage. He believed in the inviolability of the Church's teachings, principles that would soon be put to the ultimate test. When Henry's desires clashed with the doctrines of their faith, More found himself caught in an impossible position. He could not, in good conscience, condone the king's actions. To defy the king was to invite ruin, yet to betray his own principles was unthinkable. The king, accustomed to obedience, struggled to comprehend More's defiance. How could his trusted advisor, his friend, refuse to bend to his will? Henry, blinded by his own desires, failed to grasp the depth of More's convictions. The chasm between them widened, a rift that would have devastating consequences. More's fate, once intertwined with the king's, was about to take a tragic turn. The court of Henry VIII buzzed with intrigue, a viper's nest of ambition and desire. Amidst the finery and flirtation, one woman caught the king's eye, Anne Boleyn. Anne, unlike the others, possessed a sharp wit and an even sharper tongue. She was no meek maiden waiting for a king's favor. She was a force of nature, ambitious and alluring. Henry, captivated by her spirit and intelligence, found himself drawn to Anne. She was a breath of fresh air in the stifling atmosphere of the court. Their connection, electric and undeniable, sent shockwaves through the royal court. Anne, aware of her power, played her cards masterfully. She refused to be just another royal mistress, a fleeting fancy to be discarded when the king's interest waned. She demanded more, she demanded everything. Anne yearned for the crown, for the power and prestige it bestowed. She saw in Henry not just a love-struck king, but a means to an end. She would be his queen, or she would be his undoing. Anne's ambition, however, would come at a steep price. The path to power was treacherous, paved with the broken hearts of those who dared to stand in her way.